Hello, this is Randy Lanham.
This is Barry Lanham with the Lanham Brothers Jamboree.
On this show, we're going to feature Tom Ewing, Johnna and Emily Wills and Randy Lanham.
Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. My name is Randy Lanham. Thanks for tuning in to the Lanham Brothers Jamboree. Very excited tonight. We got Mr. Tom Ewing in the house. How you doing, Tom?
All right, Randy. Doing fine now. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks for being on the show tonight, man.
Oh, my pleasure.
We, the band, are really looking forward to playing with you. I know we got a packed house tonight, ready to listen to Tom Ewing, man.
Oh,
excited that you're here.
I'm torn up. I'm completely torn up.
Torn up.
I have not performed before a large audience in a long time.
All right. We are excited, man. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be fun.
Tom, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got started in music?
Well, it goes back to the dark ages when we lived in caves. My dad was a real music aficionado, as they say in Spain, and he encouraged me in my interest in folk music, especially the Weavers, the Kingston Trio. I was gaga over the Kingston Trio, completely gone. And then I happened to hear a band that they called Bluegrass.
Yeah.
And that this bluegrass music was started by this guy, Bill Monroe.
Bill Monroe, yes. The local guy, Bill Monroe.
All over after that.
Yeah, changed you, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's talk about Bill Monroe.
Okay.
You was in his band for how many years?
10 years.
10 years as a bluegrass boy.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
And was that the last 10 years of Bill's life?
Yes,
Is that correct?
It was.
All
From
right.
86 to 96.
Wow, 86 to 96. Tell us how cool that was to play for Bill.
It was wonderful. He was quite a unique individual. There'll never be another one like him. And he knew exactly what he wanted, and if you gave it to him, you were on his side.
Yeah.
He was treated you like a friend all the way.
That's good.
People ask often, was he mean? He could be mean if he wasn't getting what he wanted. But otherwise, he was a pretty mellow fellow.
Yeah.
By the time I met him, he was in his 70s. You know.
Thanks again for being on the show tonight. We're really looking forward to jamming
My pleasure.
with you, man. Thanks again.
Thank you, Randy.
Darling, I've come to tell you, though it almost breaks my heart, but before the morning darling, we'll be many miles apart. Don't this road look rough and rocky? Don't that sea look white and deep? Don't my baby look the sweetest when she's in my arms asleep? Can't you hear the night birds crying far across the deep blue sea? While of others you are thinking, won't you sometimes think of me? Don't this road look rough and rocky? Don't that sea look wide and deep? Don't my baby look the sweetest when she's in my arms asleep? One One more kiss before I leave you. One more kiss before we part. You have caused me lots of trouble. Darling, you have broke my heart. Don't this road look rough and rocky? Sing it with us, folks. Don't that sea look wide and deep? Don't my baby look the sweetest when she's in my arms asleep? When she's in my arms asleep. Thank you, folks. Thank you very much. This next number was used by Bill Monroe for many years as a theme song, and they always ended up the show with this watermelon hanging on the vine. Turns out there's words to it. I'd like to try to warble them for you. Are we ready? Oh, don't you see that watermelon smiling through the fence? I wish that melon was mine. That farmer, he is crazy, but he hasn't got a lot of sense, or he wouldn't leave his melon on the vine. And oh, the sweet chicken is good, and it is so very, very fine. Give me, oh, how I wish you would, that watermelon hanging on the vine. Talk about your apples, your peaches, and your pears. Talk about your cinnamon so fine. Bless your heart, my honey, you and the gal for me, but I'd rather have that melon on the vine. And boy, sweet chicken is good. Rabbit is so very, very fine. Good, oh, give me how I wish you would. That watermelon hanging on the vine. On Saturday night, the stars they had just begun to shine. When I left that old man's field, I left there on the run, but I didn't leave this melon on the vine. And boy, the sweet chicken is good, and it's very, very fine. Baby, you give me how I wish you would, that watermelon hanging on the vine. Here's one that I wrote, and if I can remember the words, well, I'll sing it for you. It has a kind of a south of the border feel to it, and what's his name? Trump might have some objection to this. I hear your voice on the telephone. We say goodnight and I'm all alone. Hey, baby, won't you come back to me? I put your picture inside a frame. I look at you and I call your name. Hey, baby, won't you come back to me? Come on back, stay a little while with me. You can go anytime you long to be free. Hopefully I can get you to see this is where you should be. Won't you come back to me? Your letter again today. When I reply, this is what I'll say. Hey, baby, won't you come back to me? I got a map of the USA. I know a route you could take today. Hey, baby, won't you come back to me? Come on back, stay a little while with me. You can go anytime you long to be free. Hopefully I can get you to see this is where you should be. Won't you come back to me? Come on back and stay a little while with me. You can go anytime you long to be free. Hopefully I can get you to see this is where you should be. Won't you come back to me?
The words, my God, I remember all the words.
You want to tell Bill's story?
Yeah, okay.
Now,
That one? Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Tom, I asked Tom, I thought it'd be kind of interesting since, Tom, you played for Bill for the last 10 years of his life. What was the years again?
86 to 96.
86 to 96. Played for Bill Monroe. He played guitar, sang some lead, sang some harmony.
Yes, sir.
Did all kinds of good stuff
He
with
kept
Bill.
me around because I knew all the words to his songs. True.
Well, I was telling you earlier, this was before you came along, but I kind of got a neat Bill Monroe story myself because when I was probably about 12 years old, I'll never forget this. I was playing with a band that was, we was playing at the Bill Monroe Homecoming Festival in Rosine, Kentucky. And I remember, yes, 12 years old, and I had my fiddle, and I remember him saying, any of y'all kids out there in the crowd that plays instruments, y'all bring your instruments up here on the stage after this next song. We're going to play a song together. Man, I couldn't get that fiddle out of the case quick enough. I grabbed that thing, went on that stage, and I was the first one on that stage. I just about knocked him over probably, trying to get up there. And I'll never forget, I guess he saw the want to in my eyes. He said, what do you want to do, boy? And I said, how about Sally Gooden? He said, you kick it off. And boy, and I got to play with the Bluegrass Boys and Bill. That was fun.
Yeah.
But that was one occasion. You got a story. You've been with him on the road for 10 years.
No, really, Bill used to say, I remember that boy in Rosine, Kentucky. He'd come up there with his fiddle and play Sally Gooden. Tore it up now. I learned early on that our job as Bluegrass Boys was to help Bill sound good. Not to help ourselves sound good, but to help Bill sound good. We were traveling in the middle of the night one time and pulled into a truck stop because we needed fuel, of course, and we were on our way, God knows where, way off somewhere. And as usually happened when the bus stopped, Bill woke up. It was in the middle of the night. Went into the truck stop and had a piece of pie. That was his usual thing to do in the middle of the night. And when he got done eating, if he knew that you hadn't recognized him, he'd go around and introduce himself. How do you do? I'm Bill Monroe from the Grand Ole Opry. One guy in this particular truck stop this night decided to pull Bill's leg, and he said, "You're not Bill Monroe. I've seen Bill Monroe. I've been to the Grand Ole Opry. I've seen Bill Monroe. You're not Bill Monroe. You're just some old guy wearing a hat coming in here, telling people you're Bill Monroe. You ought to be ashamed of yourself." Bill marched straight out to the bus. We're all dead to the world out there on the bus. Woke us all up, told us to get dressed, bring our instruments into the truck stop, get your music and come on. Right? 5 minutes later, we're all, what in the world's going on? We went inside and played a 45-minute set and proved to those people that Bill Monroe was who he said he was.
Oh, that's great.
That was our job, proving Bill Monroe to everyone. Well, enough about Bill. Here's one that his older brother Charlie made famous. Hope you'll enjoy my rendering of it. Charlie sang this old traditional number called "Down in the Willow Garden." You might remember it. Down in the willow garden, where me and my love did meet, there we sat a-courting, my love dropped off to sleep. I had a bottle of the burgundy wine, which my true love did not know. There I poisoned that dear little girl down on the banks below. I drew a saber through her, it was a bloody knife. I threw her in the river, it was a dreadful sight. My father's often told me that money would set me free. If I would murder that dear little girl whose name was Rose Conley. Now he sits in his cabin door, wiping his tear-filled eyes, looking at his only son upon a scaffold high. My race is run beneath the sun, the devil is waiting for me, for I've murdered that dear little girl whose name was Rose Conley. Thank you, friend.
Tom Ewing, everybody! Give it up one more time.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Lanham Brothers Jamboree. I'm so tickled that we have on the show tonight Miss Johnna Day. How you doing, Johnna?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
Tell us, Johnna, a little bit about how you got started in music.
Sure. I was about 15 whenever I wrote my first piece on piano, and I called it Heart of Christmas Cheer. It's kind of a funny title. And I had lyrics to it, but I decided to enter into a little, what do you call it?
Just a little competition?
Yeah, competition.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had somebody help me notate it, and we mailed it in, and I ended up getting first place. So I said, hey, maybe I can do this.
There's something
and
to
there's
this,
a $50 check, so I was like, hey, maybe I can make money.
This is good.
Yeah.
Money, prize,
There
yes.
you go.
Okay, and that's
Yeah.
how it all started.
It kind of kick-started there, yeah. And then after I graduated high school, I went to MTSU for a commercial songwriting degree. So.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Has that been good for you? Have you been able to do some writing?
I graduated in 2012 from MTSU, and ever since then, I've been in and out of Nashville. Now I'm back, but I've been writing ever since. So once it kick-started, I kind of kept going.
All right, great. Well, again, thank you so much for being on the show tonight. I know the folks here and the audience are going to love you. The folks at TV are going to love you. Thanks again.
Awesome.
Looking
Thanks.
forward to jamming with you.
Thank you. Same here. So this song I'm going to do is called Luck Be a Lady, and I heard the Sinatra song and thought, why don't I try to write a song not like that genre, but, you know, a spin-off, whatever. So here it goes. Did you paint that sunset? Did you hang the moon? Can't get you out of my head. I'm singing your tune. Don't worry about tomorrow. We only got today. My love is yours to borrow. You don't have to pay. Luck be a lady. She'll be as pretty as June. Na 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 na. Luck be a lady. You'll be mine, I could be yours too. I could be yours too. Never was the kind to bet my money on love, but since you came around, I can't get enough. Don't worry about tomorrow. We only got today. My love is yours to borrow. You don't have to pay. Luck be a lady. She'll be as pretty as June. Na 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 na. Luck be a lady. You'll be mine, I could be yours too. Luck be a lady. She'll be as pretty as June. Na 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 na. Luck be a lady. You'll be mine, I could be yours too. I could be yours too. Na 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 na. All right. So let's fly away. Tomorrow's a lighter day, and Neverland awaits. Your eyes as green as the Emerald City, and I promise you to me on this cloudless night. I'll be yours and you'll be mine. Nothing can change the way I look at you. You look at me, babe. Nothing can change the way I look at you. You look at me, babe. So I follow your little footsteps in the snow. Little did you know I was going to propose by that little lake, on that little bench, under that little tree where you said yes. Well, she said yes. right. I'll be yours and you'll be mine. Nothing can change the way I look at you, you look at me, babe. Nothing can change the way I look at you, you look at me, babe. Thank you.